Nars palettes, Nars, 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 Nars palettes. I feel like I'm, you know, when planes are landing. Hi guys, I hope you're well. Today I'm going to be talking about the Narsissist palette, and I know there's been quite a few videos on these. In fact, I'll link some of my favourite ones down below. But I've had such a struggle getting hold of this. I feel like if I don't do a full-blown blog post and a full-blown video solely on this, I'd be cheating myself. But yes, so this is a Narsissist palette. You've probably seen it. It's, oh, let me crack that open. There's 15 shades in there, all fairly neutral tones, a mixture of cools and warms, which I think's a nice selection. If we're talking size-wise of how much product you get, these ones here are a gram each. So that's a little under half what you get in a normal one. I've got a normal size one here. This is La Haza, which is also in the palette. Oh, I've shut it again. I might as well just keep it open because I'm going to be showing it throughout. Which, hang on, I'll show you these up together. So, although this looks like it's 4, it's about, this is 2.2 grams, this is 1 gram, so it's a little under half of a normal shade. So it's going to last you a good old while, I think. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this video because I've only just got my hands on this. I got this last Saturday. And it's been an absolute struggle for me to get hold of, so I feel like I had to make a video about it, and I'm going to do a post with all swatches and all that jazz on. But yes, here it is. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about how I my Narsissist palette journey, if you will. I'm going to cast your mind back a couple weeks, maybe as much as a month back. Maybe even more than a month back, actually, thinking about it. To Lily Pebble's Instagram. This is how I found out about this bad boy. She posted a picture of it and I lost my shit. I knew that it had to be mine. It just had to. So I dashed onto the Nars website right that second to pick it up, and they didn't have it. It wasn't released yet, I don't think. Or at least I don't think. It definitely wasn't on their own website, which is where I went first. But I did manage, that's when I picked this guy up because they randomly had it on there and I was like, take that, I'll have that. So this is the Guy Bourdin blush palette. So I am Nars palette queen at the minute, as it seems. But yeah, so they didn't have this on the website as soon as I found out about it. And then, where did I find it? Ah, yes. I went on to Viviana Does Makeup. I check her blog every day. I think it's great. Everybody, all the bloggers that I'm talking about, because I feel like it was a big blogger effort for me to get this. I went on a website and she was like, oh, you can get it in John Lewis. It's not going into Space NK. Although Space NK do have a Narsissist blush palette, which has Laguna, Orgasm, and it has another highlighter shade in it, which looks pretty cool, and it comes with a brush. So if you can't get your hands on this, there is a Narsissist version. So it was there, I was on John Lewis's website, I could have added it to my basket, and then I thought, I get paid in about a week and a half. I can wait that long. I also want to point out at this point that the fact that this is limited edition completely passed me by. That fact completely passed me by. If I did realise that, I probably would have bought it then and there. You wouldn't be hearing this story, and I would have been a happy bunny and had this for quite some time now. But anyway, so I was like, oh, you know, I get paid in a week and a half. I'll pick it up then. So payday rolls around and I go back on the website, it's sold out. And I was like, oh, but you know, like it's a big hype product, like, you know, I think a lot of people, it's understandable. I should have realised that it was going to be sold out, but I was foolish. But anyway, so you could then be like, tell me when it's back in stock sort of thing. So I did that. A week and a half go by, I find out that it's limited edition, so I'm panicked by this point. I carry on checking. Anyway, one night, sat at home, ping, email from John Lewis, it's back in stock. I read that email. From reading that email, from it being sent, there was 9 minutes, I think, in between. It was definitely less than 10. It was 8 or 9 minutes between me receiving the email to me going on the website, and it was sold out. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So then more panic, more weeks went by, the panic set in that I may not actually get my hands on this palette. And then I get another email. I missed that by hours, so it was sold out. And then that night I decided to take a stand. I took a stand and I was like, I am gonna get this palette. So I went onto eBay. A few people had, there's a few on eBay, some were like over £100, but I saw one which I think was at £59, and I watched that one, and then that went for over 80. And then I went onto Sephora, and by this point I didn't realise that they then shipped to the UK. They now do, by the way. This is how I found that out, because I went on their website and they were like, you're from the UK. My parents are coming home. Hi!
Can we speak?
Well, you are.
Mum looked through the window, she can see the back of her head nodding, talking to something.
To a camera. It's still rolling. Right, where was I? Anyway, so I found myself on the Sephora website, and then it pops up like, hey, you're from the UK. We can now ship to you. And I was like, I have come to the promised land. So I go on the website, type it in, there it is in stock, and I was like, today is my lucky day. I could see the promised land, and I was like, I am getting hold of this palette. So then I think I put something else in my basket, so it hits over the £75 total, which you have to pay to get stuff shipped over from the US. And then I get to my basket, I get to the checkout, and it's like, you can't put this in your basket. You're not allowed. Turns out that a lot of the big brands which are already in the UK, Sephora aren't allowed to ship. I don't know if it's for sort of like exclusive deals, because I think this isn't going into Space NK. I think only a few websites got this exclusively. So I think it's stuff to do with that, because I know you can't get like Dior, Givenchy, Nars, all the big ones you can't get hold of, unfortunately. But you know, I'm still definitely thinking about picking stuff up from Sephora. So by this point it's also like 1 AM that I'm looking this up. Of course, this is when you go on a mad rampage to find a palette, is at like 1 AM. So then I was like downtrodden, and I thought to myself, where else sells Nars? Where else does? I knew that Space NK weren't going to be stocking this. John Lewis, but at this point I thought it was just not going to come back. Sephora wouldn't ship to me. And then I remember ASOS sell Nars. And I was just at this point just scouring the internet like a little lost lamb looking for this palette. Lo and behold, ASOS stock this palette, and oh my god, like it was battle stations. I was literally like, right, I need to get this now, blah 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 blah, like I bought that palette from seeing that it was on ASOS to like getting it through. It was like, have you ever like bought tickets like for a big artist when they're like gonna sell out dates? I was literally like that with this palette. I was like, ah. But yes, I then got hold of it, and I am so happy that I have it. I feel like I just feel like I need to share with the world how happy I am that I have got hold of this palette. But anyway, I love Nars shadows. I love Nars. I'm going to probably do a big old close-up of this bad boy. But yeah, it's just a really, really nice neutral palette, and I'm so happy that I've got hold of it. I feel like for any girls that haven't got their hands on it, I feel for you, because it was a struggle. I also don't want people to think that I'm bragging in this video about like getting it. I don't want to feel like it's coming across that way. I was just, I'm a makeup addict, aren't I? But yeah, anyway, so I hope you don't think I'm bragging, talking about my palettes, but I just had to share it with you. I just feel like because it took me like over a month to get hold of, that I just needed to share with the world that it is now in my possession. Anyway, so I'm going to be putting up a blog post with all like the names and swatches and all that fun stuff, so you'll find that. But this I just thought would be a little bit of fun, me talking about my struggle, the Nars struggle. But yeah, so this maybe wasn't the video you were thinking, but hey, I thought I'd make it anyway. Thanks so much for watching, and I've worn myself out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, bye!